So we're going to do lesson 2 today. We're going to solve multiplicative comparison word problems. It's a huge word, right? By applying the area and perimeter formulas. So we're going to take the area and perimeter formulas and apply it to word problems, okay? And it's going to show the main thing that we're going to do today. It says, okay, here's a row of 4, okay? I'm sorry, I haven't quite printed the grid paper for you yet, so I don't know when I will get to that, but I will try and remember to do that. And then this one over here shows 8 times as many. So that's kind of what we're working with today. It starts with a row of 4, right? And then it says 8 times as many. So we're going to kind of take what we did yesterday, reviewing the area and perimeter stuff, and apply it to things like this, okay? So that's kind of what we're doing today. So I will just go ahead and do this one, and then you guys will kind of watch, okay? So it says a rectangle is 1 inch wide. So, boom, 1 inch, right? If we're thinking units or something like that, 1 inch is right here. And then it says it is 3 times as long as it is wide. So I have to think to myself, okay, 3 times the width. 3 times the width. It's 1 inch. 1 inch is the width. So the length is going to be 3 times that. So 3 times 1 is 3. So the length is going to be 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay? So we're kind of taking what we did yesterday, and it's having you figure out what the length is or the width is based on the other side length. Okay? So I have 1 inch. I start with 1 inch. It says it is 1 inch wide. And then it says it's 3 times as long as it is wide. So 3 times the width will give me the length. Okay? Any questions on what I just did?
No, not really.
Okay, I'm going to do one more kind of by myself, and then you guys are going to join me, okay? So a rectangle is 2 meters wide. It is 3 times as long as it is wide. So I'm going to actually take that example and do it on this grid because it's a little easier to see, okay? Christian, can we go to the bathroom? Alex will go after, okay? So it said it was 2 meters wide, okay? So
No,
2.
it said it was 2 meters in length.
2 meters wide, and then 3 times as long as it is wide. But it doesn't totally matter. But yeah, for right now, I'll keep it at that. So 2 meters wide, okay? And then it says it's 3 times as long as it is wide, okay? So 3 times the width. 3 times the width. 2 meters is my width. 3 times 2 is going to give me 6. So that means my length is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I fill in the rest from there. So 6 meters. Okay? Does everybody kind of understand what's going on?
Yeah. Yes.
All right. Cool. So then if I were to do that just on a normal piece of paper without the grid, right, I would just try and make it as accurate as possible. Okay? Right? I'd say 2 meters. I start with 2 meters, and then the length is 3 times as long, so it's got to be, as accurate as possible to show that 6, If I made it like this, is that accurate?
No.
No, right? This is not 3 times that, right? That doesn't make sense. But I don't expect you to pull out a ruler and to make it super accurate. I just want it to be somewhat accurate, okay? So then from there, it'll probably have you find the area and perimeter too. We're still going to be working with that a little bit. So if I were to find the area, I would do area equals length times width, okay? So area equals 6 times 2. Area equals 12 meters squared, okay? And then perimeter, let's see, I'll do it in purple. Perimeter equals 2 times the sum of the length and width. So perimeter equals 2 times 6 plus 2. Perimeter equals 2 times, what's 6 plus 2? Go.
8.
Oh, 6 plus 2, go. 8, there it is. And then 2 times 8 gives me what? Go.
16.
16 meters, okay? Questions on anything I just did? Jenny, you'll go after Alex, okay? Kendall, question, you just scratch it. Okay, Nora?
Why did it be 16 meters square?
No, that's only for area, but good question. For perimeter, no squared. No squared, just area, okay? Just area. All right, I'm gonna have you do, let's see. So then this is kind of a lot of what we'll look at today as well, okay? So it says Christine painted a mural with an area of 18 square meters and a length of 6 meters. So this is kind of like that problem we just talked about that was on last night's homework. It said, you know, it gives you the area and then one of the side lengths, and so you have to use that information to find another side length, okay? Let's see what's behind that. Oh, okay, we don't have to worry about that. So, go ahead and have your whiteboard out. You're gonna follow along with me on this problem, okay? And to start off, we're gonna just have a rectangle that looks a little like that, okay?
A rectangle?
So, So go ahead and listen while you're drawing that. Okay, it says Christine painted a mural with an area of 18 square meters. So that means the area equals 18 meters squared. Okay? And a length of 6 meters. Alright, so that's why I drew the rectangle like this. We don't know what the other side length is yet. Okay? You may already be knowing what it is in your head, but kind of just wait until we get there, right? I want you to see the process. So when you get this down, go ahead and put your marker down so I know you are ready to move on. Then you can put your mask on. It's not an earring. You gotta pull it off. There you go. All right. Cool. So once you've got it, put your marker down so I know you're ready to move on. Bless you. All right, I'm going to change this to 1 minute. You guys are doing a lot better. Thank you. It can always go up though, so just keep that in mind. Okay. All right, did everybody get this down?
Yes.
All right, so I know I've said it a bunch of times, but I'm going to recap one more time, okay?
Okay.
So Christine painted a mural, which is just like a painting, right? A little painting. With an area of 18 square meters. So everything that's inside is 18 meters squared. And the mural has a length of 6 meters. Okay, so we know the area, which is what's on the inside. So area equals 18 meters squared. That's the inside, right? And we know one of the side lengths, but we have to find the other side length, okay? So the best way to do this, my friends, okay, best way to do this is to write the formula. So go ahead and write the formula. Area equals length times width. As a side note, why do you think I have you write the formula so much? Makes it easier, yes. Just to remember, right? If you're constantly writing it, you're going to remember it a lot more easily, right? Good. So everybody write the formula?
Yes.
Cool. Do we know the area?
Yes.
Yeah, what is it?
It's 18 meters squared.
Yeah, good. And then when we're working with the formula, we don't really need to write the unit per se. So you can just write 18. And then, do we know one of the side lengths?
Yes.
What is it?
6 meters.
Good, 6. So we can say, it doesn't matter which one it replaces. It can be L or W, but I'm just going to use it for length. So 6 times, and then remember I put X in parentheses so it doesn't get confused with the multiplication symbol, right? So 6 times something equals 18. That's kind of what we're finding here, okay? So we're finding X. If you ever heard that before, like when we need to find X, that's exactly what we're talking about. We need to find X, okay? So a lot of times in math, they'll use a letter to show an unknown number. And it can usually be any letter, but oftentimes for you guys, they'll use X, okay? Nora, question?
I've seen a lot of math problems on random things.
Mm-hmm.
There's find a number from B. Would that be the exact same thing?
Yeah. Anytime you see like a letter, it just means it's an unknown number. So it could be Z, N, P. It doesn't totally matter. And we'll work, as 4th grade, we'll work a lot with that next semester. So we'll talk about that next semester. But, all right. So my friends, then from here, all you got to do is ask yourself, okay, because we already know A. We already know area, right? So I'm actually going to say X equals something, okay? So all you have to ask yourself is, what times 6 equals 18, okay? So what times 6 equals 18? It's right there for you, okay? So think about it. I'm going to have you answer when I snap my fingers. Something times 6 equals 18. Go.
2. 3.
3, my friends. 3, okay? It is 3, and then it would be meters. So the unknown side length equals what?
3 meters.
3 meters, okay? Where are we at with bathroom? Okay. Let's just go after Jenny then. I guess she's there, so you can go after. Okay. Any questions on what we just did?
No.
Finding the unknown side length.
No.
Okay. So then erase your board really quick, and then I'm going to erase mine. And then this is kind of the last thing I'll talk about, and then it'll be time to do start your homework. So, once your board is erased, go ahead and close it up so I know you're ready to move on. Thank you, Rayleigh, for closing it up. Thank you, Julia. Daphne's working on it. Love it. Thank you, Kendall. Thank you, Andres, for moving fast. Thank you, Azul. Thank you, Owen. Thank you, Isaac, who's already ready. Love it. Cody is working on it. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Dylan. Nora. Good job, Haley. Keep going. Alice, Adler, Lily. Christian's working on it. Love it. Alright, the girls are working on getting quiet. Cool. Oh, you close it up, my friend. Oh. Yeah, there. Wake up. Math class, not nap time. Okay, there you go. Alright. So then, here's kind of what you're going to be working on today, okay? Yeah, there you go, okay. This is an added part that you're going to be working on today, okay? So then it says, her next mural will be the same length as the first one, but 4 times as wide, okay? So here was her old mural. It was 6 meters long, 3 meters wide, okay? So her next mural will be the same length, but 4 times as wide, okay? So here's where it gets a little tricky, okay? Remember yesterday I kept saying the longer side is usually the length and the shorter side is usually the width? Do you remember that?
Yes.
This is where that comes into play, okay? So the longer side, which one? Or which one's the longer side? 6 or 3?
3.
Well, number, 6 or 3?
6.
Good. So 6 is the length, okay? Now I want you, yesterday it kind of like didn't matter, today it does matter, okay? Because it's saying that it's going to be 4 times wide, right? 4 times wide. So if I multiply either of these numbers, am I going to get the same answer?
No.
No, right? So I have to make sure I'm multiplying the correct side. So it says 4 times as wide, so I'm going to multiply the width, okay? If it said 4 times as long, which number would I multiply?
3.
6, friends. 6, okay? So we go based on the length or width, okay? So it says 4 times as wide, so I'm going to go based on the width, which is 3, okay? Width is the smaller side. So 4 times as wide. So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that, right? If I'm working on like a grid. So something like that, okay? Oh, my bad. It does kind of look like that. All right. So 4 times as wide. This isn't accurate, but just so you can get the general gist, right? So 3 meters, 3 meters, 3 meters, okay? Notice how the length stayed the same, okay? Stayed the same. So 3 times 4, so the new width is 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, which equals what?
12.
12, okay? So the new width is 12 meters, okay? And then it says, what is the perimeter of her next mural? So perimeter equals 2 times the sum of length plus width. Okay, perimeter equals 2 times 12 plus 6. Perimeter equals 2 times, what's 12 plus 6? Think about it. 12 plus 6, go.
18.
18, you guys are close, good. And then 2 times 18, oh, I may not know that off the top of my head, and that's okay. I can multiply 18 times 2. Have you guys done this yet?
Yes. Yes.
I'm gonna say,
No.
some of you, well, we don't have to get aggressive, okay? Some of you may have, some of you may have not. So for the sake of not doing that, I'm just gonna add. Okay, 2 times 18, so 8 plus 8 gives me 16. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. So my perimeter is 36 meters of her new mural. Okay? Nora.
What else is like we could I sometimes have to write apart the problem and I'm doing times sometimes I for let's just say 18 times 2 I break it into 10 and 8 and then do 2 times 10 and 2 times 8.
That's great. Yeah. That is great. That will come in handy in the future, but we're doing that in 5th grade right now. So that's cool. That's awesome. All right. Any questions about this part?
No.
Because you guys will be solving some word problems like that. Okay. All right. So let me give you a look at your homework, just so we are all on the same page, and then it'll be time to bounce. Okay. So let me think. So I made a goof and I printed these wrong. Again, just like the test, I'm sorry. I don't know why I can't figure out the printer these days. One side of your homework is the exit ticket, okay? And you're just gonna do that for homework. The other side of your homework is the first page of the homework, okay? So you're kind of doing a lot of the same deal. You actually won't have any word problems per se, so that's exciting. But I mean, raise your hand if you got a question. Okay. So then, for the exit ticket side, it says a balance beam at a playground is 2 feet wide. It is 6 times as long as it is wide. So here it drew a diagram of that, right? So you're gonna label the diagram with the dimensions of the beam. So it's 2 feet wide. Oh, come on, pen. All right. Anyway, 2 feet wide, 6 times as long as it is wide. So you have to find what the actual length is. So would it make, I really wish my pen was working. I could show you more, okay? Yeah, I don't know why it's not working, but,
I have an idea.
oh, no, it's okay, it's okay. We can do it verbally, okay? So 2 feet wide, okay? Then it says it's 6 times as long as it is wide. Listen very carefully to what I'm saying, okay? Does that mean that this whole length is 6? No, okay? It's saying that this whole length is 6 times as long as this, okay? So this is 2. What is 6 times 2? 12. 12. So this is going to be 12, okay? And then it wants you to find the perimeter. Then for 2, you're going to draw the diagram yourself and still do the same thing. And then I believe the homework is the same thing. So it should be really fast. Azul.
Yeah. Yeah, because I don't know how to label the dimension. But it's 6, so what?
Okay, hold up. I would love it if you guys weren't all shouting out right now, okay? Azul had her hand raised. I would love to help her. I could help you more if my pen was working, but unfortunately it's not. So I'm not really sure what to do there. Okay, let's hope it works now. So we're gonna start over. A balance beam at a playground is 2 feet wide, period, okay? 2 feet wide. It is 6 times as long as it is wide, okay? So then it says label the diagram, this, with the dimensions of the balance beam, which dimensions, friends, just means measurements.
Yay, it's working.
It is, which is good, okay? It just means measurements. So you're just gonna label the diagram with the measurements. So 2 feet wide, remember, wide is the smaller one, right? 2 feet wide. And then it says it is 6 times as long as it is wide. So again, this is not 6 feet. Nope. 6 feet or it's 6 times as long as the width. So the length is 6 times this.
Oh.
Okay? So, like it's 2 feet, 2 feet, 2 feet, right? So 2 feet times 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is 2 times 6? 12. So the length is 12. Any other questions on that? Like clarifying questions? Does it help a little bit as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And that's pretty much all you're doing. You're just doing that for the exit ticket and then this for the homework. So it's the same thing.
We would just put 2 feet, 2 feet, 2 feet, and then we would multiply by 6.
So basically, you're right. So this length is not 2 feet, right? It's 2 feet, 2 feet, 2 feet, 2 feet, 2 feet, 2 feet, which all together equals 12. Okay. Yeah.
So is the exit ticket part of our homework?
Yeah. You're basically just doing both sides of this sheet.
So it turns into
It's just this is your homework. Your homework is both sides of the sheet. I just accidentally printed the exit ticket instead of the other part of the homework because I'm a goof. Yes, Elizabeth.
So we're just going to make to-dos?
On that problem, yes. On others, maybe not. It depends. Depends. Avery?
For the perimeter, would 12 be the length?
Okay. Any other questions?
No.
All right. Cool.